My name is Samuel Leach, a Forex trader, Forbes contributor and TED speaker. I'm about to put my reputation and over £150,000 on the line to prove that anyone can become a profitable trader if they have the right mentor and mindset. Trading has given me the opportunity to travel across the world, and now I'd like to give others the opportunity to better themselves. It's not going to be easy, and over the next coming weeks, 18 ordinary people with no trading experience will undertake one of the biggest challenges of their lives as they compete to become a consistently profitable trader.
So obviously you're all live now. This is where it all gets a bit serious. There's a lot of money now traded in the room and people are panicking to try to get into positions and things like that.
Looking to short US dollar CAD. Hopefully pound dollar comes in. We all get in and then Theresa May opens her mouth and sends a pound through the floor.
I'm not very clear on this, just being really published. So,
do you know what the dividends are?
I think this is pretty much what I expected, just the brutality of it.
You said you can't do this.
To drop 20%.
This trade went well.
Now try and wholesale or sell it as a group.
2%, 1.8%.
Everyone thinks trading is easy and are sucked into these get-rich-quick schemes, but when the pressure is on, will they be able to succeed?
I'm a bit worried Sam coming in.
So you're going to be moving to 75,000.
Hundreds of candidates applied for this challenge, and we're going to put them through their paces. Firstly, my team and I have whittled the contestants down from their 1-minute videos and CVs.
Short graduated in the top 3 of the best students.
For those that made it through, the next stage of the process is the face-to-face interviews. So we may come across harsh, but it's imperative we have the right candidates. Do you think you have what it takes?
Hi, I'm San Lorenzo. I live in London and I'm here for the interview.
So, starting on the sheet, we're quite disappointed that we don't feel you put much effort in your answers. Over half of them you left blank and we had to send it back out. And now you have answered them, but I mean you haven't really put much effort into that. How good's your maths? Obviously I can see you've done, you've got an AAT in accountancy, and you say you want to be an accountant in a top accountancy firm. So how would you say your maths is?
I'm quite confident in my math skills.
You've got the number 5 wrong, which is what is 3.75 of 20,000.
That's embarrassing.
Have you read any books or anything like that about trading? No. Do you know anything about the company?
Not so much.
So you want to work for us, but you don't know about any of our products?
The fusion. Sorry.
Yeah, we're putting a lot of capital on the line for individuals to show them that they want to achieve something and they want to better their lives. And most people, we've had people come in here, we've got people that want to fly here from Thailand, Australia, people that have put their time and effort in. Honestly, I think I'm honestly going to have to fail you just because of the fact that I haven't seen any research put in, and I don't think watching YouTube, as much as I love the fact that you watch my YouTube channel, is great, isn't enough for me to want to risk hundreds of thousands of pounds on putting you through that process. If I was you myself now, I would go away, do a lot more research on the markets. You know, for me, unfortunately, it's a fail. So thank you for coming in. But I hope you take my advice as a bit of advice, and go do that research and just show that you really want something. Yeah. Thanks for coming in.
All the best.
All the best. Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
What? A bit proactive. But when my life was in the gutters, that's all I did was research. All I did was revise.
So my name's Oliver Marsh. I'm 19 from Ashford, Kent. I'm here today for the 1 month challenge.
It says you work for a company as a network marketer, selling what looks to be like recruiting people.
Yeah, so it was.
But you're not taking it seriously.
I'm not doing that anymore. I was taking that network marketing side seriously.
Oh man,
But
why do you work for them?
I don't anymore. I know it says current on there.
I think everyone knows about it because they're scammers, aren't they? They're multi-level marketing. So was you making money then from signing people up to?
Yeah, from the network marketing side I was.
Yeah, it just doesn't add up. You're saying you're not taking it seriously, but then we look at your CV and you've written stuff like I have a good understanding of Forex markets, yet you can't name 3 technical indicators. You don't know the current, you don't know the Bank of England's interest rate, you don't know who Mark Carney is, you don't know what CPI stands for, you don't know what economic data is released the first Friday of every month.
Even the pound to dollar rate, 0.74.
You got the inverse, yeah, it's got the wrong way around.
Why wouldn't you just say that you have a basic knowledge on here?
So it's a shame because obviously we saw the like they referred to the marine stuff, and obviously that's quite impressive. And then the ethics side here for us is just a massive no-no.
It's obviously it's down to you guys if you want to. I wouldn't say judge, but if you want to think bad of me for being a part of that.
The only reason why I'm so strong on those kind of things is because this is the thing that kind of it wrecks kids' dreams. The ones that go in, they want to change their lives, they want to do something, then they sign up to this, they crush their dreams, and then all of a sudden to them, for the rest of their life, FX is a scam. Thanks for coming.
You asked me to next week.
Yes. He told me Sam would be the hard police officer. Seems like he's got that one.
The guy next to you. He was stone cold, mate, though. Like, he took that grilling. Like,
maybe the Royal Marine side of things could come out in trading. I don't know, mate.
I'm Guinea Chana, and I'm from London.
So my name is Yanis, and so I have like pretty extensive experience, particularly in maths, engineering, lots of numbers, statistics.
What brings you for this competition then?
Definitely the professionals here. I'm gonna learn anything from them that I can use.
So you say you got extensive experience. What can you expand on that a bit? How long have you been trading? Have you got a track record? If you've got extensive experience, and what?
Because for the extensive experience, I meant particularly in investment game, property investments like bonds.
CPI is a measure of inflation, which you should probably know if you're dealing in real estate bonds.
Yeah. You actually doing as your current role?
I use the software to manage the profit and the losses of the company, quarterly VAT returns, and manage company's payroll, pay slips.
Slight concern that you're reading what you do off your CV. Is there any reason why you might be doing that?
Your greatest achievement sounds very interesting. So you say you helped to raise £1 billion, I believe that is.
Exactly.
So how much did you raise of the billion?
It's 100k of it, and that was
100k of the billion.
Yeah. So
if you look at that percentage-wise,
it was a small percentage.
I wouldn't say that's a significant role. Well, you played a support role. You can't say you played a significant role when the total was $1 billion.
Any other kind of achievements?
Achievement, I would say in trading. Like when I started trading, I was red every day. I was losing money. I was doing 30 to 40 trades a day. If I'm gonna follow that rules, I'm saving some equity for the next day to use. So
saving some equity.
Some equity, yeah, some money.
So
because
you're using your whole account. Yeah.
So.
In your 1 minute video, you said that you've had a successful career in investments. Do you think that's a successful career in investments?
Like I said, in basically attracting lots of investors to our properties.
You're not the one doing the investing. So you say you've had a successful career in investments. You haven't been the one doing investments. You've been raising money for investment.
Raising for the investments also, yeah.
Again, that was quite misleading.
Yeah. Because again, in a 1 minute.
You're a salesman. That's what you're doing, yeah. You're selling.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not investments, is it?
You've got to be very clear with.
All right.
There's a difference between I'm buying this stock and I've made X amount of money. That's investment. Making that person go and buy that house, that's sales.
So you say you're advanced in maths, just tell me.
Because with my maths, like I said, with uni, I studied. It's pretty much like higher maths, like as I said, algebra, also geometry, integration, differential. So that's
So you're obviously going to be doing maths quite a lot of the time. So you're good with percentages, working out percentages. So all I'm going to do is basically I'm just going to put you on the spot and see how good you are. So
it's fun, mate.
You've got 30 seconds from when I say now to tell me what 14 times 12 is. Go.
14 times 12.
Yeah, 14 times 12. You've got 30 seconds.
Oh, God, no, my brain's not thinking, okay.
I'm done. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 14 times 12, 3 seconds. Time. Answer?
Oh my god, 116. You put me on the.
How much?
You put me on the spot. I literally.
What did you say?
It's quite simple. I'd expect to.
Well,
like I said,
so maths not that good then, are they? Anyway.
Then 12. Obviously, I've done everything what was asked for. So, yeah, look forward to the decision. And obviously, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the right one. So.
Firstly, 12 times 14. Sorry.
Do you know the answer now?
I know it's like 148, I believe so.
It's 14 times by 12. Yeah.
168?
Yeah.
Expecting only the best, expecting to becoming a part of the team. I never expect not anything less than that.
My name's Luke. I've come from North Wales.
My name's Connor Withers, and I'm from Australia.
What do you know about us? What do you know about Samuel Co Trading?
I know you started in 2012.
I know that you worked in the banking industry, and so did Samuel.
You trade currency, stocks, shares, commodities.
You work extremely hard, but you've also got a good balance, and you know that it's okay to relax and it's okay to have fun at work, but you don't let that get involved with what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. So if we've got 160 odd people going for this. Yeah. What makes you different from those individuals, and why should we take a risk on you?
I want as much out of this as like what you do, kind of thing. This is because this could change my life.
I mean, everyone's going to say that they're passionate. Everyone's going to say, that they want this more than each other, and I definitely fit into those categories.
It's not something I take lightly.
We had hundreds of applications, and after 2 long days of interviews, 18 candidates made the cut. But before we even think about trading, we want to test their characters. How do they perform under pressure? Are they a team player? And are they assertive? All of these attributes are vital to succeed in the world of trading.
You won the wild card, weren't you? I'm Ben. I joined you on 17.
We have a few surprises in store for the candidates. The first day will be hard, and we have set 3 challenges to test their communication and teamwork skills, as well as their integrity and ethics. It's one thing to be able to present yourself well in an interview, but when put under pressure, whose true colours will show? Who can I trust with thousands of pounds? It won't be easy, and we'll be eliminating those who don't meet our high standards.
So the reason why we're doing this and why we're testing individuals' ethics and trying to work out their truths is because we want to kind of get down to the bottom of exactly who is this individual. We want to make sure that we're teaching the right people, and we want to make sure they've got the right morals and the right decision-making skills before we even start to teach them. Otherwise, we're going in blind and we don't even know who we're working with. So yes, these guys may be complete strangers, and we need to kind of work them out as quick as we can.
3 days. So basically over 3 days, what we're going to be doing is you're going to be doing tasks, stuff that I've experienced working in banking, stuff that's been experienced through whilst I was at Google. Ethics tests, things like that. So there is no necessarily right or wrong answer of what you're going to be saying. It's just kind of what kind of person that you are, and also what I think makes a good trader.
Challenge 1, team building.
On that piece of paper on the other side, would you like 15 minutes to do it, or would you like 20 minutes?
We don't know. Surely it would instantly make sense to have an extra 5 minutes.
20 minutes. So it's up to you. Your schedule.
Why would we want this time? So would you rather fail in 20? Failing in 20 looks a lot worse than failing in 15. So if it's pass, happy days.
I think we should take 15 minutes so that we finish ahead.
It's the first task, so do we take it smart and go 20?
I'm just thinking 20 minutes because everything has to be correct.
Let's go 15.
I'll say 15. 15.
It might just be
15. I'd say 20 as well, but it's 4 and 2. So.
At the end of the day, let's just take a vote on it, and we'll just take a vote and smash it either way.
Like, I'll go in there and be like, I told him. Yeah. And if I'm wrong, that's what it's only 15.
Now we've all shot ourselves in the foot, let's do it.
Yeah. And you guys are going for?
20. Yes.
Okay. And you guys voted for?
15.
Okay, cool. So does one member of your team want to say what you voted for? 20. Your team only had the materials provided, includes 1 roll of masking tape, 1 pack of spaghetti and a marshmallow. You may not use any other materials at all other than the ones on the table to assist in the support of building a tower. Those guys that voted 20 minutes have 20 minutes. Those that voted 15 minutes have 15 minutes. It's all about making sure that the marshmallow is standing the highest on your structure, okay? So basically you have to elevate the marshmallow the highest that you can with the materials that you have, okay?
So the first challenge is a very simple one. They basically have to build a structure that elevates the marshmallow the highest using only the materials given. Now, I don't care about the structure and I don't really care about how they build it. What I care about is how individuals are working within a team, who's making the decisions and who's leading the group. And maybe who's not giving that person the chance to actually step up to the challenge. I did this challenge whilst I was at Google, so let's see what these guys are capable of achieving.
Does everyone understand what the rules are? So you have to build, there's no point looking at other people because you're not going to have time, okay? So you need to decide what's going on with your teams, how you're going to approach it, and the timers will start as soon as I say go. So you ready? Go.
This is all about communication, who can work well in a team, who takes the lead. I'm not interested in yes men. Let's see what these guys have got.
So the spaghetti around the outside is going to be higher than the one in the middle.
Okay.
So the next structure will slot inside it, tape it.
See how it turns out.
Yeah, go on then, let's get some more tape over this, yeah? Let's just try it out, yeah? Listen, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It's got to stand on it, so we can't go like that and just impale it.
Yeah, so look, we've got one tower, tape, two, tape, and we're up here already.
Make that, guys. If we put the... Yeah, that's...
Okay, so what we're going to need to do now, I guess then if we think about it, is we want to start building them, we can even build them separately.
Because we want to get the most height, don't we? If we do it at a slant, we're going to reduce the height.
So like that.
Straight up, yeah?
I think a little bit straighter. Because if it's a cylinder, I don't know.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Quick. It's all about time now.
2 minutes roughly, 2 minutes.
Getting it so we can have that going central. So it's holding us forward.
Let's leave it there.
Go there. Let go. Yes. I think we need it.
1 minute more taste, and that's what we're going to do. Get enough taste of that, so we've got it.
55 seconds.
This one's leaning in.
Yes.
So let's try and make it. And no one will move away from the table.
So this team finished in, they did theirs 15 minutes and had a couple minutes left. It's standing at, don't want me to miss it. 23 I'll say. Okay.
Yo.
I might come back to that one.
This is designed for a store.
Yeah, I was just toilet. I can just tell.
There's no way you can see.
Okay, fine. Everyone happy that they're all free standing? Yeah?
So that was the one that I built.
Here it states, may stick masking tape on to the top of the table. They've got it on the side.
I'll leave that as it is.
Good try.
Challenge 2, integrity.
So you have to write down 3 truths about yourself and 1 lie. And basically that 1 lie has to be believable.
All negatives will score you off.
Yeah, so all 4. So basically they're all 4 negatives about you, and then 1 will be a lie, and your team has to guess it.
So these guys are about to participate in 3 truths and 1 lie. What we want to see from this is just how much these guys are willing to reveal, and so we can find out a little bit more about their character. The trick here is, will you be able to tell the difference between the 3 truths and the 1 lie? And just how big of a hole are they going to dig themselves into?
Everyone has done things they're not proud of, so I'm not going to judge them, regardless of my personal stance. What I want to see is how honest they are about their previous mistakes and if they've learnt from their past. Profitable traders learn from their mistakes, whereas non-profitable traders repeat their mistakes over and over again. Let's meet the candidates. Can you separate their lie from their truths?
My name's Owen. Ben Sam. Ryan. Dominic Green. Hi. Tom Leach. I'm Jack.
My name's Liam.
I caused a car crash when throwing snow over a wall and it hit the car windscreen.
I have lost over £25,000 learning to trade. I cheated on my ex-girlfriend when I was abroad.
I got caught drink driving.
I've been to prison.
I'm manipulative.
I used to be a debt collector and regularly beat up people for not paying.
I ran over my mum's cat.
Still live at home with my father. I was a drug addict for 10 plus years.
And I hospitalised someone after they talked badly about my mum.
I don't condemn certain types of slave labour.
I had to give CPR to someone and unfortunately died. I used to cheat through exams.
I've drunk and driven before.
I've been homeless.
I almost killed my friend with a bow and arrow.
I was bullied in school to the point where I hid from lessons.
I've crashed more cars than I've owned.
I lie to my family.
In a cyclist. I hate my mum's boyfriend's son. I diagnosed with depression.
Accidentally killed the pet cat.
I used to wrap up dead bodies as part of my job.
Deliberation time. Will their team identify the lie from the truth?
That's what I think as well. I don't think he's left family there.
Crawled in there, got stuck in there.
She doesn't know I killed it. She thinks it went missing. We set up posters.
You do know this is filmed?
And
Are you going to show your mum? Because I would strongly advise that you don't. That face tells me that the cat's true.
4 months. It was just over 4 months.
The only person that I feel that answered those really well was one, Ryan, who kept his on the ground, and two, Ben and Norbert. But all pretty bad, aren't they?
Yes. Snowball. And that is correct. Yeah, just the snowball was the lie.
I think debt
collector's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, and the lie was?
The lie was the debt collector.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to prison, been in fights, and I've stolen.
Anyone want to guess which one it is?
Well, I haven't been in prison.
Mine were, I lie to my family. I believe slave labour shouldn't be condemned. I'm manipulative, and I have drunk and drove.
You came with manipulative.
Slave labour. Which was manipulative was correct.
As the law on it, so you believe slave labour shouldn't be abolished?
Well, no, I said it shouldn't be condemned, and the reason behind that, which I would like to say, is because I believe in certain countries where it has actually happened that a lot of the people involved haven't actually had an opportunity to work elsewhere, and although the corporations are taking advantage of that, which is questionable, I believe it does give them some form of income. I'm not one of those that will stand firm and say no, I think it's great, but that was mine.
No, some says they don't get paid, no?
Oh really? They get paid very minimal and overwork them.
Slave labour.
Oh right. Oh right. No, well then, okay, yeah, well, I'll take that back. So, I'm gonna write that one. Yeah, I meant as in like very much underpaid. Like as in when you say like China, there's a lot of people that work under very strict conditions. They're very paid very little and they work a lot. This I struggled to come up with 4. So. But the reason I said it was, as I've just said, I thought that actually a lot of them might not be able to get jobs elsewhere, although it's technically not right. I think should be condemned. But now that I know it's to actually not getting paid at all, I don't agree with that.
Like sweatshop labour.
Yeah.
Labour.
Yeah. Sorry.
And there's one of my, I say he was a mate at the time, just started talking like offensively about my mum, and then just kind of got in my head, and I just kind of switched, and I kind of like rugby tackled him, but sort of like picked him up a bit too high, and he like broke both of his shoulder blades.
So you didn't mean to do it?
Not well. I kind of did, but at the same time, as soon as it happened, there was like instant regret and like apology, and I wasn't.
So you don't find it funny?
No, not at all.
I couldn't think of anything else I can trust.
I have a cat. I like my cat.
Always animal killer.
Yeah. I like my cat. He's cool.
Immature. They played the game.
They did it
in
well.
the right spirit.
Liam on that team was the weak link from sniggering hard. No,
But the other guys, I don't think they did bad.
no, I don't think the others did bad. The one that killed his cat was.
That was an accident, and it was
Yeah.
it was got it was like.
Okay, so
With the day coming to a close, the hardest challenge is still ahead. When their values are challenged, will they be able to take control of their emotions, get the task done, and make the right decisions under pressure?
And this is the final kind of questioning. So you can start to see how hard day one's been in regards to working out characters of individuals, finding what people find funny, not funny, proud, not proud of, things like that. So you really start to work out people's characters, which is basically our job, is to work out who we're dealing with at a very, very early stage. And most likely today we'll be voting away one person depending on the end of today, and the strongest candidates will be the ones that are voting them out.
Challenge 3, ethics. What would you do?
So, we're about to push these guys' ethics just a little bit further. Now, there's no right and there's no wrong answer.
On this, you've been given a situation that you need to come up with an answer of what you would do at the end of it, and I'd like you to be able to justify why.
We just want to see their thought process behind actually making the decision. Now, there's 5 people that are ill that all need organ transplants. There's one individual that is ill and has those organs available, and they're perfectly healthy. However, he could be treated and he could be saved. So the question here is, would you save the one person, or would you let that individual die to save the others? Let's see what these guys come up with and how this really hits their ethics and morals.
So there's no organs to perform any of their transplants. It just so happens that your 6th dying patient suffering from a fatal illness who will die sooner than the other 5 if not treated. If this 6th patient dies, you will be able to use his organs to save the other 5 patients. However, you have a medicine you can give the 6th patient that will cure his illness and he won't die. Would you? Won't.
See, I think.
Would you wait for the patient to die and then give his organs away? Or save the patient even though the other patients won't get organs if you choose to administer the medicine?
I don't know. I don't know. Can't really justify taking away his life to save other 5 people's lives, but he didn't come in that situation. He wasn't put in that situation. You're putting him in.
It's a question of morals. It's how severe the guy who's got the 6th guy, how severely ill he is.
Would you say that's implying that if you harvested the organs that they've already done the tests and they would match?
They need their organs to live.
So once they have an organ,
they could walk out of hospital and get hit by a car, right?
Yeah.
They could be 15 years
Say that about anything.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
The 5 young people that have the chance to live a long life, or the 5 old people that will probably die in 20 years anyway. You know, you can look at it that way too.
You can't say that. Everyone, I'm protective of my mum. I'm protective of my dad. You can't say you're protective of your children.
The person that's dying,
You don't have that.
anyway.
That's my.
I know.
That's you the decision you made.
This is where you've gone wrong.
Nowhere in there does it say that we can't talk to these people. I'd ask patient 1 what he wants to do, and even if he doesn't want to give up his life to save his other 5 people, I still wouldn't go ahead with it.
He cannot prescribe an organ to somebody, he can prescribe the medicine. So he has to be doing what his professional job is, and that's to prescribe the medicine to sustain someone's life, even if that's for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if you're saving 4 people for 1 person.
Surgery goes wrong, all those 5 die under the knife anyway.
This is true.
I'd give the guy the option. That's what I would do.
After reading it, yeah, you
So the first one, yeah, wait for the patient.
you would, because it is morally the right thing to do.
I think the most logical
Deliberation time.
Which team would like to go first?
We went with B. We wouldn't let someone die on purpose to save 5 other people, and also if there was the option, we would let the one patient know the circumstance, we'd ask him.
If it was a case of save number one, i.e. the guy can be cured, then hands down that's what you do. That's your plug-in to save him.
Based on the information we had, and assuming there's no emotion and there's no bias towards the patients, we said we would save the 5. Hearing their opinions.
With emotions running high, things got tense.
Saving 5.
If I'm terminally ill and there's a medicine to cure me, like, I want the medicine.
If you knew that you was terminally ill or fatally ill, you know, and you could save other people's lives, then...
Okay, I know it's horrible, there's like 5 people in that hospital that die, but that's not my responsibility. I'm going to hospital with an illness. I have a right to be saved as well.
I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer. I'm just saying if that was your parent, would that answer change?
I wanted to ask them individually what makes you think that you have the power to take someone else's life.
We don't.
I just want to get to know you, so I'd like to know why you do that.
We're just based on the information provided, we discussed it as a group, and we went with a numbers game. Emotions not attached. Like, we're not in the scenario. I don't have to kill anybody, and we all agree with that.
I just want you to write on a piece of paper, if you've got some piece of paper, who was the worst person in your team. You can do it anonymously as well. Black piece of paper voted down, and this is the final part of the day. And the coaches will then take that away, go work out if there's familiarities with bottom voters, and then we'll go from there.
With the votes counted, my team and I decided on the strongest candidates from throughout the day.
Four individuals that I would like to talk to is Ben Jukes, Ryan, Connor, I'll talk to yourself, and Mark, I'd like to talk to you as well. Okay, so I'd like to talk to you 4 individuals. So you come with me, we're going to talk in the other room, and everyone else can stay here. You can take your stuff with you, or you can leave it here. It's entirely up to you.
I wanted to find out the views from the strongest candidates to see whether or not they identified the same weak links that me and my team did.
I don't think if it's age correlated, because they're the older guys, but they're not the oldest. So.
I think you was all strong on ethics, so basically not following the crowd. So keep that up, because everyone in this company is basically individuals. So Liam is weak.
If you ask them for some sort of verification, like the MyFX book or something like that,
0.
Don't have it. Oh, we don't do that.
He's a wild card, so he got thrown in yesterday morning at 8:30. So big credit due, I think, on that one. Andy from Birmingham just up and left after a day for like a whole month. No, not be funny. Who plays their deepest card? Like, I murdered someone. There we go. Let's put that on there. Like, it's crazy. Some of the stuff that actually came out today.
Yeah, I was
from
shocked.
some individuals that was.
I was shocked by a lot of the sexual things that I thought.
It's not really uneasy.
Always. Go.
Some of them, I was looking at them and I was like, why are you talking about this? I'm like, this is not.
Yeah, they're laughing about it. It was almost like, what is going on? Like, you actually find it's funny, or you're so nervous that you don't know how to react to that.
Separation from something he made everything personal. Every debate became personal.
So if you had to vote, there's 4 people there. Which one would you personally not want to have back tomorrow morning?
Where are they going to be? How long are they going to be?
Decision made. There's just one thing left to do.
So, obviously, Sam said we were given the task to decide who's leaving. We've come to the decision that...
Next time on The Real Forex Trader, trade into success.
I'm in life, but I can't remember.
What did you think before about CPI? Are you closing it? Are you holding it? What are you doing?